A video has surfaced at the University of Oklahoma showing members of the Sigma Alpha Epsilon campus chapter chanting a racist song. In it, a fraternity member uses the N-word and makes references to lynching. The video is obtained by the group Unheard, which advocates for a better atmosphere and administration for black students at the university. The group tweeted directly at the university president, David Boren, writing, quote, "Racism is alive and well at the University of Oklahoma." And President Boren responded on Twitter saying, quote, "If the video is indeed of OU students, this behaviour will not be tolerated and is contrary to all of our values. We are investigating." While the people in the video were confirmed as Oklahoma students, and the campus chapter of the fraternity has been closed. Now, Brad Cohen, the national president of Sigma Alpha Epsilon, tweeted, quote, "The chapter has immediately been placed on a cease and desist. No place for racism. They will be dealt with." Well, joining me now to talk about what's happening on campus today and what's next is Kumba Sikar, a student at the University of Oklahoma and Director of Public Relations for the campus's Unheard group. So, Kumba, thank you for being with us. Last night we know there was a vigil, and you were actually joining us from a rally that took place already this morning.
Yes,
what's
ma'am.
the mood on campus? What's going on there?
Actually, right now, the students have dispersed from the demonstration, but the demonstration took place at 7:30 a.m. this morning. And I would like to say there is a good 100 students plus administration that joined us as well, and just people from all over Oklahoma. I know we had some people from Stillwater, some people from Texas, and some people from Edmond join us. So it was just, I feel like Oklahoma as a whole joined us this morning.
So, take us back to where this all started. I mean, first of all, how was the video even discovered?
We received this video from an anonymous source yesterday afternoon. When we first got it, I would say that we were pretty surprised, but at the same time, we weren't surprised because some of the members of exec, including myself, have experienced things like this on campus. So we decided that we cannot just be silent about the situation on campus. So that's why we took to Twitter to let the university know and just let everybody know the kind of things that we are experiencing on campus right now.
Yeah, I mean, Chelsea Davis of Unheard said that this isn't an isolated incident. These students knew all the words, said them without fear or hesitation. What did you first think when you saw it, when you heard it?
I was disgusted. I was pretty sad, and I was offended. To me, they chanted the chant with so much passion. It, like Chelsea said, like it was they knew it. It wasn't something that they just found or came across that day on the bus. They knew it. It's a tradition that's been in their fraternity. And although I know that fraternities are only for boys, so why should the color of my skin define what organization I could be in? Why should the color of my skin define what I can achieve and what not, and what I cannot achieve? So it was really disturbing to see, and I really do think that it disturbed a lot of students on campus as well.
I mean, Kumba, you're saying it's disturbing. I mean, is it indicative of life at the University of Oklahoma? I mean, tell us a little bit about the general culture.
The culture, OU prides itself on tradition. In one of our grievances in our open letters for Unheard, I would say incidents like this fall into one of our grievances under our sooner experience, because things like these with microaggression and just cultures, other cultures not understanding other cultures. It's not even just a black and white thing. It's minorities as a whole. The university as a whole just needs to be responsible and just have this campus just needs to be more inclusive altogether.
Yeah, I've got a comment here from Jason C. who says, "Welcome to the South." I mean, is it as simple as that, Kumba?
I would say issues like this are not only happening in the South, and certainly are not just happening at University of Oklahoma. I would say that racism is happening all over the United States and just all over the world in general. So I wouldn't even just say that it's that simple, but I would say that we acknowledge that this is certainly not the first and certainly not the last that something like this will happen at the University of Oklahoma. It's just this incident specifically just got the most acknowledgement.
Yeah, well, as we mentioned, both the president of your university and of the national chapter of the fraternity responded rather quickly on Twitter. What did you make of that response? I mean, do you feel like it's enough?
We're grateful that we're grateful that the president responded, but we don't believe that those actions are enough. Our question is, what is the University of Oklahoma going to do to avoid things like this from happening? One of the suggestions that we thought would be doing a diversity program, mandatory diversity programs for freshmen as they enter in, just letting them know about microaggressions, what it's like to understand other cultures, and just let them know about not silencing. I think it goes more than putting out a statement and saying we do not tolerate it and closing a chapter. What are we going to do next?